Rockin' Grandmas is not a real company.
Hold on.
That is not my son over there.
There wouldn't be a great We're All In It But Him show without incredibly crafted bad guys, and even more so, crafty writers. So on the next episode of the Slice of Life show presents The Cast of Company Retreat, I look at the invention of the storylines of the series and the creation of the heel faction, Triukus, with Triukus themselves, including the hypnotized Chris and the minion Rachel, whose black nails during our interview were like totally my vibe, alongside maybe one of the best bad guys on TV, Elizabeth, aka Wendy, all pulling back the curtain on how this whole bizarre thing somehow reminded people that there's still good left in the world.
Anyway, we should test. Are we testing it for you?
Well, we're all good to go.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
that was the
we're
test.
starting now. I don't do a big intro, so just
Okay,
hi.
here we
It's
go.
good to have you all here.
Hi.
You scare me.
In real life or on camera?
Well, so far it's been okay. Yeah. But I was the most nervous about interviewing you. Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's
Oh my
a
god!
High
That's
compliment, right?
thank you very much. Yes, audiences. I guess I'm the villain you love to hate, but
Yeah.
that was my job.
For sure. Well, you all did a wonderful job. But you guys started before as writers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how you guys came into that as writers. You could start.
We started at the beginning of the writer's room, which was like 2 years ago at this point, April of 2024. I'd worked with the showrunner, Anthony King, before, and I had an improv background. I think that was like kind of, perfect storm of like, oh, you could be right for this. And then Rachel had worked with some of the people on
Yep, on Borat 2, the cat.
Oh, it was great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Anthony was kind enough to give me a read, and they took a chance on a staff writer. So I'm thankful to Kula and Anthony and Nick for bringing me on board.
for the writing of it all, where did it start? Because did you know what jury duty was and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, enjoyed it as a fan first season.
Me too. This is my favorite show. This version of it I like the most.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow, that's really cool.
Very cool.
When I heard a second season was happening, my legit reaction was like, good luck with that.
I'll do that again and over again.
Because I thought like Ronald was a unicorn. I don't think
Right.
people like are out there.
Right.
And
I just heard it's coming for a third season. Like, good luck with
luck with
that.
100%.
Yeah.
So that was my take going in. And then when we came into it, was like, shit, good luck to us. Like, how do we do this?
Yeah.
And so when we started, they had the idea for the company retreat. That was already like, there's a group of VPs that went on a little retreat to Ojai. They had a weekend themselves where they dreamed up like, what's the right second season? They came up with the idea of a temp getting thrust into this company retreat and then getting sort of left in charge. So we knew that. And then I think pretty early on, didn't we like settle on the idea of the company, like a succession?
Yeah. It was the Dougie Jr. character storyline. I think it was at least first week, probably. I assume. And honestly, I think the Taco Bell stuff was the fact that he has a major fuck up. Can I curse?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please.
Some early in the season that's going to throw off the heir apparent's succession line. Like, what do we believe in this guy? It was pretty early that he was going to fuck that up.
And we wanted to like, have the end be, will he become so bonded to these people that he saves the company? So pretty early on, we had the idea of, a villain being necessary and like private equity coming in to be that heel for the season.
Yeah,
and we were like,
that's
okay.
a very wrestling term. Did you say that on purpose? WWF would use that word.
We were total heels.
You even had like a faction name.
Yes.
Because they come in, ostensibly, with the best of intentions, and then they have their heel turn.
Right.
Yeah,
There you go.
right, yeah. And that it was.
For sure. Was The Office at all an inspiration?
For sure.
Well,
Yeah.
They're co-creators.
Yeah, Lee and Jean
Yeah.
had written on The Office, so I'm sure that influenced some of the, just even, I think, early...
The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were writers, and
Do you remember the dinner party?
Yeah, it's my favorite episode.
That was like
Really
their,
that.
I think, maybe Emmy-winning
Yeah.
episode that they wrote. It's
Yeah.
very famous. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like if I'm remembering right, when they wrote the pilot, like it was like 9 years before Todd Schulman came in and said, what if we put a real guy into this? But before it was really just a comedy mockumentary
jury.
pilot set in a jury, and they were able to be like, let's make this more interesting. And
Wow.
it was
Well, the reason why I like this season so much better than than Jury Duty, which I really like, so that's not a diss on the original season, is that the actors had to learn so much more and have history. Whereas in the Jury Duty, they just kind of met each other for that day, and that definitely works. But the backstory of it all,
Yeah.
the relationships that are built are like they feel authentic.
Yes.
That was a big part of like, what do you do that separates the second season from the first? And like you said, the first, they were all strangers. So a bigger swing is, okay, what if we drop him into a family situation? Can we pull off that he feels like these people have these existing relationships and feel like a real company? But man, it was a testament to our actors to like have to learn everything, not only about their own character, but everyone else's, and make all the inside jokes feel real, and that you have this shared history.
Yeah. Each actor had their own kind of Bible of their what their life was, what they knew about each other. They would spend days like in rehearsal, like you see it a little bit at the end of Lenisa, Jackie, like just complaining about a day in her life as if she would to everyone else. Just getting in that was, hats off to them.
Yeah.
They truly.
Were you guys before everyone was cast? Were you working on the show before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, so the casting happened right about when the room was coming to an end, and we started seeing the focus groups and the self tapes. That's where we first saw Wendy, because we saw.
So you weren't cast yet.
No, do you want to know how?
Yeah, how did that come?
I tried to explain it to people and screwed up
just-
so bad. So
Right.
he explains it. So
I just assumed you were like, what about us?
Furthest thing from God.
We were like,
No. People don't need to see this in 4K.
You're amazing. You're both amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you. It was very special that it came about, but it was not us angling for it. So
You should moving forward angle.
So most of the cast, they submitted self-tapes and they were given prompts to do, and then based off those, then they were invited to the focus groups that you've probably heard about from the other people.
Yes.
And Wendy came through that and, played a character that felt very like real for the head of a private equity and had like this presence. So like, we're like, oh yes, that's our head of Triukus for sure. And we were still short on a few parts. There was like, we were still looking for Dougie and a few
That's
other.
a pretty big one.
It was scary. It was like, if you don't get this guy,
Yeah.
you don't have a show.
and Claire. Yeah.
So we were doing extra callbacks in our office. This was after the focus groups had wrapped up. So we had these actors come in character and interact with everyone in our office. They had to come in and like deal with the receptionist, getting them, you want some water, and get their drink order wrong, whatever. And then they had to pitch their ideas for a fake company to members of the board. And that was me and Rachel. And we were dressed like corporate squares, and we came out with our, legal pads and sat them down and basically just imposed for half an hour each.
Yeah. I wonder if Anthony King, when he tapped us for that, was just like, you guys look like you could play this part."
Right.
The corporate douchebag.
Who were the most boring,
Yes.
stuck up part of the writers' room.
Crackers. Yeah.
It worked when you guys did it.
Yeah. But
Well, I guess that's what our casting director, Susie Ferris, and her associate thought when they got the casting footage, because it was them who were like, well, we need a couple of minions for Triukus. What about these two? They seem like they're already doing it.
Yeah.
And so that's when they came to us and said, like, they think you should be in it. And we were both just like, whoa.
What? Yeah, I was in Scotland. Nick called me and I was like, what? What are you talking
Will you
about?
be in it?
In what?
Right.
Exactly.
And I was like, what? But yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
then
really cool.
The really cool thing is, so Rachel is not a natural redhead. She is blonde.
My roots are coming
right?
in. Usually you can.
I bought it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So-
you.
I'm buying it right now.
Taken.
So, yeah.
Wendy had been cast. We knew she was going to be head of Triukus. And then when it was decided we would do it, we realized that 2 out of the 3 of us have red hair. And it was Anthony King, the showrunner, who was like, I wonder if Rachel would dye her hair. Make it a weird. So we went and were like, Rachel, would you do this?
It's so funny. And I was like, absolutely, I'll do that.
So dumb.
And I
How-
kept it.
Hi, my name is Ryan Perez.
Hi, my name is Erica Hernandez.
I'm Mark Sully Saint-Flair.
My name is Rachel Colley.
Hi, my name is Warren Burke.
Stephanie Hodge.
Hi, I'm Jim Woods.
Hey, I'm Rob Lathan. Hey, my name's Alex Bonifer.
From the tapes of the people that you saw that were being cast, what did you like about each, some of them anyway?
I mean, I think Mark Sully's a great example.
You like chips?
Yeah.
You want to try this?
I'm all right, thank you.
You sure? It's wasabi octopus.
That our receptionist character that we had written, that we were looking for, was nothing like what they brought to it. but they were so effervescent and just like such a presence. And doing the snacking, that was like their choice to bring in like snacks and just be, it was like, oh, well, this person has to be in the show. It's just a presence we hadn't seen, and it was, that was a good example of being some outside the box. And then people inside the box were like Erica Hernandez.
My most favorite day of the retreat.
Yeah, well.
Oh my God, what was that?
Lord.
Oh, no, it's my new posture trainer.
Yeah.
We wanted that type A, very organized person, and she was so good in the focus groups of getting her deal across, but then like getting everyone to agree with her.
Yeah.
And
She was
straightening
so
up the
funny.
snacks.
Yes, I'll never forget in hers where everyone's leaving. She's like, guys, don't leave a mess. And she's like cleaning up the focus
amazing.
group room.
Yeah.
And I think you and Anthony loved that moment for her. And it was like immediately.
Because you could see how people would be able to get across their character game in a real life setting.
Yeah.
Just little things like that where you're like, oh, they're getting it and they're going above and beyond what we're asking.
Yeah.
In character. Such good commitment.
Yeah.
Ryan Perez.
Yeah.
Hot sauce is like having a moment. You don't see this kind of thing happening with ketchup. It's like, name me like a YouTube ketchup show. What's the name of that YouTube ketchup show everyone watches? There is, no, because it doesn't exist. Because hot sauce is time. It's our time. Hot sauce is time.
I mean, that's a huge, hard part to do of Kevin, the HR guy, who's going to flame out spectacularly. And we had such long talks in the room of like, how does this guy who's never been on a date and then proposes publicly, how does our temp not go like, this guy's a fucking maniac?
Right.
Yeah.
This whole place is so weird. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
It all hinges on
How grounded he is. Yeah. And good of an actor.
and
Yeah.
he was so winning and so charming.
What did you like about his auditions and stuff?
He comes from a UCB improv background, and we're big believers in like UCB teaches you to, treat the audience like they're poets and geniuses and do the top of your intelligence. And it was just so natural.
I think I might have misinterpreted the nature of our relationship, actually.
Yep.
It just felt like a very lived in, sympathetic. I mean, I think that's the highest compliment is that at the end, when he's like, I'm out of here. Oh, you got this. Like, it's Anthony comforting him.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
I couldn't believe that. I mean, it also speaks to how good a guy Anthony is.
Yes.
My favorite of Ryan's stuff is when he's like announces that it's just a joke.
I got you. It's a joke. I got you. It's a joke.
The
I
whole
know.
Right.
And for Anthony to get on board and be like, yeah, just
right.
to back him up. Oh.
Yeah. And he
Really
just
feel
met
it.
him like
Yeah.
4 minutes ago, right?
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
And then
So
what a
good.
lot of people don't see is that Ryan was the first person Anthony meets on Zoom when it was like his interviews for the job. So he was the first like entry into this whole world, and it had to be believable that he was a actual HR manager at a small company. He had to know the parlance of, hiring, and it all, like, the show could have fallen apart right there too. So like, man, Perez carried so much.
He told me that he just treated that as like he wasn't in character. Ryan, when he first did the Zoom, like he just treated that like it was just a job interview. Like,
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah. And the fact that he was able to carry that through the whole retreat, so that when they had their FaceTimes at night or in the morning, like that he was able to be a confidant and get a sense of what Anthony was feeling in that moment was so incredibly useful.
Do you
for
remember in the
us.
room we were like, no way is he gonna like,
Yeah.
because we would talk like they'll have Zoom talks, and we were like, once Kevin is burned, our temps
Right.
never
Why
gonna
would
want
he
anything
want to?
anything to do with this guy.
Yep.
Nope. Perez was so charming and so sympathetic that they reached out to him. You should come back, man. Come back. We're a
I know.
family. It was like,
It was like
wow.
really touching.
Yeah.
and then Dougie Jr. fighting Alex.
Hard. We saw a lot of people, and do you remember the character was originally as like a young Jack Black type? Like, that's a crazy ask.
The gamut, the people that came in ran the gamut. It was a lot.
To be like funny, get your deal across, but not be so outlandish that you push the hero away. But also believably doofus enough so that when you fuck up, that it's like, oh, I think he really didn't understand that putting Taco Bell sauce is bad.
Yeah, right. You're right. It's a fine. It's a very
Well, as I
tightrope.
said to him, it's a very fine line of just like you want to play. He plays it like a little bit over, but it's never too over where Anthony's like, I'm fucking done with this
Yes.
guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
what he committed so hard and like, threw himself into it emotionally, physically, at the end when they're running up and down the mountain, like every part of himself went into that performance, and he had to, because if you don't buy Dougie's struggle, you don't have stakes for the whole season.
Yeah.
And then of course, our bad guy.
Yeah, our big bad.
Yeah. What did you guys think of her and then you inevitably became teamed with her, but
in the audition.
Yeah, on the audition.
Watching the focus group, you were so in charge and so like such a good presence of like, because it's a big ask too of like, this person leads a Fortune 500 big company. They have to have a natural gravitas.
Yeah.
And that's a big ask. And Wendy just like was such a pro.
Yeah.
And such a like, I know what I'm doing here, and you're all lucky to be around me.
Yeah. It was immediately her. It was like the second she was on the casting, it was like, that's her.
Yep.
That's her. And I had worked with Wendy on Atypical, where she was a fully comedic character with Jennifer Jason Leigh and as her best friend. And to see her then step into this like manipulative villain, I was like, oh my gosh. It was beautiful to have gotten to work with you again and to have worked so closely eventually.
Thank you. That's like
so
sweet.
what about for you? Tell me how you got into all of this.
I mean, I got a self-tape on a hot June day that I had to go film in my garage waiting for leaf blowers to pass by. Like, that's how it starts. It's just another audition. I knew, I think in the audition it said, I looked back at it actually, and it did say jury duty, like jury duty, but you don't know it's a company retreat. You're like, oh, jury duty. Is this in a jury? So you just let all that go. You do your thing. And I remember just the audition was very much, it said that she was walking people around like this corporate place and convincing them it was a great place to be, but like it really wasn't. And so it was like Saturday, and I was like, there'll be goat yoga and like whatever. I was just making up stuff about how fabulous this is. And I worked on that for like a good hour of like the real specifics of like calling things like I just remember, this is our lovescape. They're like, is that the cafeteria? Oh, it's the cafeteria, but this is what we call it. Like just making it like this real world. And it was so fun to do that. And then you send it off, and then you go, then I picked up my kids from, lifeguarding or whatever.
You had been in so many things. You're a working actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that a concern to you? Like, well, they're not going to cast me because I've been in so many things. The person will inevitably have seen me in a thing.
I really didn't think about that at the time. Because I guess I didn't go so far in. I just like did the work. I was like, oh, this is awesome. It's Susie Ferris. She's brought me in before. This is a fun role. I love this kind of thing. And I didn't think about it. I just went for it. And that we got Anthony, and this 25-year-old who grew up sort of watching YouTube and not, Bones, Castle, and Atypical worked to my advantage, I guess,
That is true.
That he wasn't watching, like maybe he didn't see the final season of This Is Us or whatever.
What did you do? What was your part on This Is Us?
I was the ballet administrator at the Philadelphia Ballet, and I come in and I
can see it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I've been 5'10" since age 13, so like they put me in strong roles.
Commanding.
But I have to say, Atypical was so freeing because it was like super goofy. I feel like who I am, like the Scarecrow in The Wiz me from 7th grade is that girl. And then they put me in a suit, and
it is interesting to have been introduced to you that way, because we gave her every punchline. Every scene out was Wendy, like in her scenes with Elsa. So it's interesting to just now see your body of work and to work with you on this. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, just having two of the best comedy writers in the business have my back, be literally behind me and with me as like a trio. It was like the trifecta. It was awesome. It was amazing.
So you met Anthony first.
Yes, what they do, which was very smart, and people might miss it, but Anthony doesn't. It's like that he clocks that I don't just come out of nowhere. He comes in to give Doug a water, and we're having a meeting. So at least he knows
he's aware of you.
Yes, and that scene when I sit down with Doug, we improvise in character for like an hour and a half while Anthony's going around, and then whatever they pull is that moment. But that's the job. right? Because you never know when he's going to walk in. So it was.
But I mean, it's all fun and games. Like it's gonna be great. We're gonna do this thing with this temp and this hero.
Yeah.
And then Anthony's in the room with you.
Oh, and let me tell you, I mean, my heart beats just talking about it. Like it is. I always say it's like this entire job was both terrifying and thrilling. Like it was highest stakes. It was the highest pressure job. On a typical or any other job, you have multiple takes. You have the whole crew's here. Like
someone will tell you that was good.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's like,
or not,
you know, or not. Yes.
I try to stay positive.
Yes, I like that.
They'll tell you either way.
So this was, I think, also as an actor, it taught you so to trust your instincts, be so present. There was no more present job than that because you can't miss you can't phone it in. You can't be thinking of anything else. You're just in it. And it made all of us, I think that's why we all just had this rewarding experience because it was so present and thrilling. And when it works, it was like, this all worked. It was amazing. Yeah.
What about for you guys? Because you guys are writing all this stuff, right? And then you get thrusted into it. And now you are both with Anthony.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, I'm doing the thing that we wrote back in the writer's room. I just said it, or what she just said it. Yeah.
Well, after giving it a lot of thought, I have come to the decision to explore the sale of Rockin' Grandmas to the good people of Triukus.
You remember the feeling of pressure of like, it would be bad if anyone blew it and this show fell apart. But could you imagine if it was
the right?
If it was one of
it was
them.
one.
Oh my God.
I would jump off a cliff. I totally would be like, I'm sorry, and I'll take mine. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Take the 101 straight out to the beach and just
Right.
drive.
Yeah.
It was high
The
pressure
ocean.
for that.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was.
And surreal because we've been talking about this character for so long and so many iterations. So to have him fully present in at the retreat was a lot.
Yeah.
What about casting Anthony? You guys, did you have anything to do with that part of it?
No, not so much. We'd heard.
But you had seen him at some point, right?
Do you remember if we saw footage of him? I feel like we didn't.
Like
I don't
we
think I
did.
have any
I don't
memory.
think we did.
Because
I don't think I saw
it was
it.
Alexis Sampietro is the producer who's found both Ronald and Anthony.
Yeah.
She comes from the Sasha Baron
She's
Cohen
incredible.
world.
She's the best producer.
Yeah.
One of the best I've ever.
Some true wizardry of finding whatever process they used to vet these people and whittle down. They got 10,000 applicants for the temp job.
Yeah.
And,
Which is crazy in
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
And to weed out red flags and highlight green flags that Anthony had. So she and Todd Schulman, another one of the EPs, were very much in charge of finding the hero. So we didn't really know much about him. The cast knew nothing about him until he showed up at the office.
Mm-hmm.
And then for us, it was when we arrived. That was our first eyes on him.
Yeah, that's
Which I think
crazy.
is helpful too, because I mean, you could act that you haven't seen him, but in this situation, you just go, "Oh, is that him?" You wouldn't know if that's him when he walks in. Anyway, you might have to ask, "Oh, is that the guy?"
Yeah.
I even think when I meet him, I'm like, "And what do you do here?
Yes.
Who are I
You
don't
do
know.
say
I don't
that.
know. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, and you're okay. Yeah, you're the temp. I'll clock that. So we have to.
Yeah.
We're all in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
but we're secretly dying inside.
I said that the thing that I love that the show does, from the writer's room to the actors, is you guys treat him like the word hero,
yes.
not the mark. And I think
Yes.
that's such a key, significant difference into why it feels good when you're watching the show. There's an appreciation and thoughtfulness in how Anthony is being handled and treated.
Well, that I think is exactly it. I feel like the whole goal of the show was to shine a light on the goodness in humanity, and that it's always coming from this beautifully spirited place. And so that's why it's both heartfelt and hilarious, and people are responding that way, I think, because there's never any ill will. I mean, and you guys know from back before we ever got there that was always the intention.
Here we go again. You're gonna make me quit. Let's do it. Yeah, Brian, heroes landed. Heroes landed.
It's so funny talking in the room, so then Hero will hear this and Hero will do, and we got so used to just putting this on this person. We're like, I hope he is a hero.
Yeah,
right. Hope he shows up.
I had to get used to that, I think, because I've worked on a lot of things where it was marks and just flipping all of this in service of one person. I really learned how effective that is for audiences to feel like they're him. What would I do? What would I do if my coworker's admitting in front that he's having just disclosing a relationship in front of this person who proposed 2 weeks ago? It's what would I do? And I don't think anything else I've worked on that was the goal, was never like to empathize. And I think that's really the superpower of this premise. I've learned.
There were so many times when we wrote things where we hoped Anthony would get to that point, like Dougie going missing is a good example. We thought like we'd have to leave a trail of breadcrumbs to get him up the mountain. Like, has anyone seen Dougie? I feel like he's gone, he left a note. What does it say? My golf cart's missing.
A hoodie on the bush.
Yeah, we thought we were going to have to lead him by the,
Yeah.
and instead it was Anthony. Y'all, Dougie's been missing. Like, I think he might, like, that was a cry for help what he did. I think he might have gone up that mountain to be like, be with nature. And we're like, well, this dude's ready to
on
go.
top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a very empathetic person.
Yeah.
Just really read people.
He's just good.
He's just good people.
Pure
And
good.
he's
You know
so
what I mean?
invested
Yeah.
and so good-hearted. And
Anytime I asked everybody this, so did you at all wrestle with the morality of this situation?
I think I never really did, because I also know there's a giant reward at the end of
for
it.
sure.
And I guess I saw who he was, and the true bonds that were being formed are real. Like the cast. I mean, the guy texted me on Mother's Day. Okay,
that's sweet.
Like we're all friends, and so I felt like that is real. So that didn't go away. And I know there's this thing at the end he'll find out, but I don't know.
What about you guys?
What about you guys? You want to go?
No,
Because he's like, never. He's staying in character.
I have a bit, but not with it. Like, it's more of, I guess, an idea of like when we work on things with real people, like what is our responsibility in that? And I think this show has been the closest I've ever come to feeling like it's we got it right, or that there's so much more that we can show in a show like this about this person and about relationships between people and the space between people than I've seen on any of these other shows that do involve real people who aren't like in on it. And I think like the candid camera model of like it's all in service of you, the hero, and you're part of the joke is and the fun and the group is the beauty of this. So,
I think that's the difference.
Yeah,
like with
yes,
a show like Impractical Jokers, which we all love that show.
Yeah.
But it does feel like we're doing a bunch of sketches in front of these people and see how they react to it.
Right.
Where this isn't that.
No.
No. This is like we're creating an environment for him.
Yes.
That is good.
Yeah.
And fun for him. Like he's laughing with you.
Yes,
all,
yes.
you know?
When you say that, I think of like the Doug Cathalon. It's like he's out there playing and doing all the things. Like we're like, you know, there's play involved, and he's in it with us as a group, or with them as a group. You know, not so much us.
It's been wonderful to see him see the things that people are seeing in him and point out all of his good qualities, and seeing like, you know, maybe I do want to be in the mental health space and like help people, help kids. Like he's it's like seeing your superpowers on screen, I think is what I've
That's very
seen.
cool.
And that's made me really happy, is to see like the aftermath of like the good that's come out of.
Yes, I've also seen him say in interviews, like, you know, it's helped me maybe shine a light on me, like to love myself even more. Like, you know what? So like, I know it could go both ways, and people have. I mean, I know the producers have taken good care of, you know, at the end of it, making sure like mental health and everything's okay. I'm sure he'll have a hard time walking in a room wondering if there's cameras on and whatever, but we all do now. Even
I mean, I thought I've been on the Truman Show for my whole life.
Right, there you go. right now.
Yeah,
This is
it's so meta.
actually
it is.
Peter.
It's really
Peter. This is the reveal.
Okay, I would be totally fine with
wouldn't
it
that be
too, just
weird?
in case I am.
Triukus
It's
comes
fine.
in.
Yeah, you're the guy.
And
What's his name?
reveals, that would be just meta.
But Anthony definitely did not like you.
For sure.
When
For sure.
you
For
were
sure.
on the show.
And we don't kind of have a show if he doesn't.
Right.
And I knew that
you
was
did
my
a really
job.
good job of that. So where did she come from?
You know, she comes from, I guess,
Was there some boss that was just so nasty to you that you were just like,
I mean, you know, it comes collectively from like lived experience and both being on the receiving end of people like that, and then having to just, I think as an actor, knowing what the stakes are, knowing what the job is, knowing who she has to be. As an actor, the fun of it is you don't question, you just go for it. You don't question sort of like, I mean, you understand her perspective, and then when I understand her perspective, she doesn't question herself. She doesn't second guess herself. And like, and on a show where I can, it was freeing to be like, no, we don't do that here. So we're just going to walk in. And you put, also, I had goosebumps saying it. Like, you come out of the Cybertruck, you've got your bag, you're in your heels, you got your shades, you got these two backing you. It's not that hard.
Beg to differ, it looked hard.
Yeah, like, I guess, and you give yourself the permission to do the role. Like, I'm not the whole time feeling bad about playing this character. Like, there's no room for that. So
it doesn't come across that you feel bad at all.
Yeah.
Why I was so scared of meeting you today.
No, I think, like, if, you just do the role. That's the role. That's what it requires to get this whole thing to work. He has to really not like me. And from the get-go, he's like, I don't trust
He
him,
pegs
right?
you.
Yes. Which
I
is
would
like,
bet that Anthony is still.
No, it's taken him some time.
It has.
We've bonded
If
on
you do some crazy ass shit to him, he'd be like, I saw that coming.
Yeah. Right. And, even at the end, the finale scene, I'm in there as an actor. We have earwigs and they're like, he's coming. And so we know Dougie's tripping. We know he's coming in. Your heart is racing. You know what the scene's about. But as he's giving this beautiful monologue that, like, it's like this Aaron Sorkin monologue and father to father and all of it, I know as an actor, like, not to interrupt this. Like, this is gold. But I also have to get in, so all of that while literally Jake's in my ear, like, Elizabeth, lean to your left, because I'm like, might be blocking a shot. Like, there's so much going on. But I have to say the things I'm saying. And it's part of.
Are you going to believe the temp?
Yeah. Really,
Well, I want to ask you about that. You're in the room for the most important moment.
This is Mr. Doug, here we go. Doug, this is Doug. Hold on. Can I speak with you for just one moment? It is very important. Please, Doug, look at me. I understand. Please look at me. I need to talk to you.
Anthony.
Right now.
Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony,
I need to talk to you right now. Please, look me in my eyes.
Excuse me.
I am serious, Doug. I need to talk to you right now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That is fine.
No,
But
wait. It can wait. It can
know-
wait. After I talk to you, if this is what you want to do, by all means.
I'm sorry.
Look
Okay.
at me.
It can't
Father
wait.
to father. I need to talk to you.
No, listen, we're making
Excuse
this
me.
deal.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. I know that you're new here,
Ma'am,
but we're doing a
your
signing.
words mean nothing to me. I appreciate everything that you've done. I'm looking out for the people that have looked out for me.
What are you talking about?
At that point, I have to say, as an actor, again, what's so freeing is, like, I'm not thinking about, like, I am this person in this, I had a great acting teacher that was like, this is really happening to me. So it's like, I'm sitting there, this is really happening. I don't want him to sign. I'm fully in the scene. So I am, of course, gonna let him talk because I want to hear what he has to say. And then I'm gonna put him down because he needs to be put down in this moment for me to have that distance. I need him to, this is the pushback to see, and that he repeats what I say. Like,
When that happened, where you were like, holy shit.
I have one question. I have one question, Doug. Are you really going to listen to the temp?
Are you really going to listen to the temp?
Like we just,
I'm, of course, I don't even think I'm thinking as like Wendy thinking. Elizabeth is just like, are you kidding me? Like, whatever, right? I look back and I was like, you were
so in it.
Yeah, you're just in it. You have to react as her. What would she do? And we never rehearsed the exit, which I found to be also freeing in that, it was just, and she leaves was the rehearsal.
Right.
But then when I leave,
what does that mean? Right.
Yeah, like, okay, we leave. Okay, great. We never rehearsed walking out. We never rehearsed the whole cast being there, and they were all there, and they were all in my way. And this rinky-dink ass place. Let's go.
This is a mistake.
Now.
Go on.
God damn it! Get the out of my way.
Yeah, they're shitting.
Now y'all just wanted to take over.
Be swearing and be like, and these guys walking out, and we're all storming out. Yeah.
But what about for you guys? Because you guys started from the beginning with writing and whatnot. And so when he's in that room and says, are you really going to listen to the temp? What was that like for you? Because you're in it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we had an hope for what it would be like in the room.
Right.
And we thought like, oh, maybe he'll go up to here, in a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
And then Anthony like brought it up here.
Yeah, it was
like,
better.
Better than anything we could have ever anticipated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can tell you what we were hoping for. We put in a seminar about advocating for yourself in business that they all went through. It's one of the seminars that was played like, for real with some comedy with Dan Perot. So the seminar came down like, sometimes you'll be in a bad deal. You need to stand up for yourself. Sometimes your CEO might be, signing a bad deal. You need to slap the pen out of his hand.
You had a seminar.
Yeah.
So they all had to take turns. Doug was, signing a deal, and they had to go up and, Doug, it's a bad deal. So our hope was that, oh, the hero will run in and slap the pen, stop the deal. Can we get him to enter that room and slap the pen away? And because Anthony's so much of a better, more classy person than us hacks,
and what we
he was never going to do anything that as crass as slap Doug's. He built a bond with him, so he levels with him, father to father, and that's I was like, oh, this guy's so much better than us.
and instead, respectfully says, respectfully, I'm going to take this.
Right.
Why he needed a pen stand ever is beyond me. But
it was genius because he put it back on it, right? It was like, let's put this there. Come on.
Put it back on the stand. Clicks it. It's just, as you said, better than we could have written.
Yep.
I mean, I think a couple people really sell this from the whole way through, and I think Marjorie, the Blair, is someone that just like I believe that she works there.
Yes.
You know,
that's what Anthony said in the finale, right?
Yeah.
Like even Marjorie,
yes.
when they're all actors, he's like
incredulous, incredulous.
And some people have said that they went up to her like, "Can you get me towels?" Or
of course,
no.
Yes.
She's like, "I don't work here."
But she's so nice. She probably would try. Like I don't work it, but I'll see what I can do.
We'll see.
Do you know? I have to say, she was in my callback at the focus group, and we were sitting right next to each other, and we had some dialogue with each other, like chatting or whatever. And I left there going, God, I hope that woman books it. She was fabulous. Like, I don't know if I'll get this, but I hope she does. And Warren was in my callback too, who plays Steve. And both of them, I thought they just stood out to me. And so when I saw them, so Marjorie's just fabulous.
Yeah,
yeah,
it really is.
So where were you guys when the reveal happened?
We get like. Where were we? We got like whisked away.
We were in a Escalade down the street because like you stormed off, cursed them all out. This fucking rinky-dink place. We came out in your wake and got into our truck, and then they peeled off, and we had to just like hide until we got the all clear.
Like obviously, like shaking a little bit because we had just come off of like. And we didn't know what was because then we don't know how he's going to react.
Well, that was my next question: is like, was there a part of you guys that are like, oh, we don't? He seems like a great guy, but what if he freaks the fuck out?
Sure,
yeah, we do, of course. So that,
yeah. I mean, we heard that on Jury Duty the first season when they did the reveal in the courtroom, and the judge, was telling Ronald, "This is not my first." They had security right behind in the judge's quarters, just in case.
Did you guys have it for Anthony too?
Yeah.
And a therapist, right?
Yeah, a therapist on hand.
Comes with the deal.
Yeah.
Rockin' Grandmas is not a real company.
Hold on.
That is not my son over there.
You're lying. How? Whoa. Hold on.
Anthony.
Y'all about to mess my brain up. Hold on.
Anthony, we are all actors, and this is a TV show. And the only thing that's real is you.
Which I think is a testament. Nick and Todd are such pros with working with real people that the slow reveal of that information it's a little slower than what you're seeing on screen. Is to just acclimate him to the first idea of or immediately after that reveal. Okay, what does that mean? And what does that mean for me? And where were the camera? It's a very slow breakdown of so that you're not. I mean, any sane person, it would be like, well, I would just absolutely go into shock.
So I
think Nick is such a pro at specifically that specific thing of working.
They told Jerry said that at one point Alex was going to give the last speech, and then it was changed to Jerry.
Yes.
Do you know why?
It had to mirror the judge from season one.
Mm-hmm.
We felt
the oldest.
Yeah. He was like the dignified presence. It was all about his company, and man, he really worked on it. We saw
it was good. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so
I think
difficult.
They handed it to him like the day before, or like that. Yeah, I think Jerry was saying like, I just got this monologue and I need to do it like now.
He did a great job. He's the coach of the football team. Like,
he's
got to be. He's Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I think Erica told me that he was rehearsing it somewhere out. And she was like, "You have to rehearse this."
Right. Don't, like you could walk by, like the reveal monologue. Oh my God.
Imagine.
Oh my God.
I mean, I think that goes to show like there was never a moment that these actors could relax fully.
Yeah.
So what about you guys? Same though for you, no?
Sure.
Yeah.
As soon as we got out of our truck, it was like live.
You weren't writers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You were the minions of.
Yeah.
And I think, I think of like the Doug Cathalon day where that is a full day. That's a few hours, even though on tape you might see like 3 or 4 things. And we're walking around. These guys are taking notes on everyone. We're like immersed in it for hours at a time where if he walks away, you could maybe have a moment where like, I think, but you're always in character if you're going to talk about him. You don't,
Yeah.
And
Some of the big specific moments. Hold on. There's the thing with Erica.
Yes.
On the the whole back and forth with Erica, which is so good.
So fun.
I say obviously woman to woman, like it's inspirational to see you in your position. It's like very cool, like girl boss, I love seeing that energy.
Well, Kate, I appreciate that. Look, I do think the goal ultimately is just boss, because I think the fact that we're girls really has nothing to do with it. And look, you just don't want to use being a woman as an excuse not to succeed, right?
Yeah.
And then the thing on the
jousting,
the
gladiator
I don't know how
scene.
to
People are
describe
calling it
it
different things. Yeah.
But you have, at that point, there's so much riding on your shoulders, because if he notices that this is again like professional wrestling that they're putting.
Yeah.
I think they actually bleed in wrestling. But if they had noticed this happening, it's all done. It's all
done.
over.
Yeah.
And so, what was rehearsing that like?
Yeah.
And were you worried about that?
Absolutely. First of all, we had an amazing stunt coordinator and an amazing special effects team who are training us, and the stunt coordinator training us on fight choreography. And it's one thing to do jousting on the grass, but now you're getting up on this thing that's like, that was really tricky.
Have you ever jousted before?
It's funny. I look back, I have not like jousted like that. I've been to Dojo Boom and those places with my kids,
So
but I'm not, it's not like I'm out there. Yeah.
There's a little background.
But I'm a former dancer and had done a lot of martial arts. So I feel like the physical nature of that, I was like, oh, it's choreography with a stick, in character as this chick who has to do it in one take. This will be easy. Yeah, no, it was very. So we choreographed it where I'm standing up there, and I know Anthony is 100. I have to line up so he's 180 degrees from where I'm going to fall.
That's hard.
It's just you clock him and you go here's. But that's I think the dance background is like okay, he's here. Triukus is going to be across 180, so he couldn't just run to them or me. And then we all know, we've all rehearsed it, and Erica and I, but in the moment, it's like if I fall back the wrong way, my heart is pounding.
Go crazy on me, girl boss.
I told you. Come on. Lock in. There you go. There you go.
There's so much blood. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait, wait a minute. Oh my god.
I think it's broken.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know.
I got it.
I think she's probably, the nose just bleeds easy.
It'll be okay. It'll be all right.
Oh my god, she's okay.
Stop bleeding.
Thankfully, I have the Triukus team, and Rachel administers the blood. Like I go over, and then they're all. It's been all choreographed, and then to do it in one take is like pulling off a giant.
Because it could just go bad really so quickly,
Any moment of it.
But Erica does lay it in, so
she does. Yeah. And she would on the way over. She was like, "I'm afraid I'm going to hurt you." I was like. All week long when we would rehearsal, I was like, "Girl, I had 2 kids. Just go for it. You just go for it." And then on the way over there, I'm like, "Okay, I've told you to like 100%. Maybe bring it back to like 85%. I'll just take care of the rest." I'm like, "What did I just tell her? She's gonna whack me with." I'm like, "I'll sell it." But she did. She just. I'm like, "You have to hit me. You can't fake hit me in front of this. You have to whack me. Just do it. I'll go flying."
You were fully horizontal.
It was so fun.
And for when Wendy gets her bloody nose, we were given 2 options. And first we were like, there was like a powder you could put in, and then I was gonna spray water that made the powder run red. But we were like, let's really fuck her face up. And so we just asked for fake blood. Right. And we had to be so quick to get enough of it so that it would read to him like, oh, actually something's wrong, and not like, oh, it's just what happened? Like, and to have Erica be able to play her beat of like, what did I do? What have I done? Am I going to be fired? Whatever it is. So it was like, that was Wendy was able to, the choreography of that and keeping him, what the rest of the cast was doing of keeping him kind of being rallied around while we were able to do that so fast. Blocking was huge. So.
I was so glad that you were chosen to do the blood because I was terrified of the prospect of not getting it right.
I'd fuck it all up, even if I knew how to do it. You know,
in the moment, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna drop. Something's gonna go wrong. So man.
So what was that like for you to do that? Had you done something like that before?
No,
on camera in one
no.
take.
I think once we'd gotten it down, it was and we had our little we practiced it so many times too. We really did.
And I remember telling Rachel, I was like, grab my face, like just manhandle, grab my face and just freaking. I don't know what's going on. You have to just grab my face and just freaking do it.
So,
like
yeah,
we
had keywords. Wendy comes to me. I hold her face up. Chris is trying to. He was filming. Is
like on the phone.
And then it was like, let me see it. Let me see it. She tilts like I'm looking at it, and then we just. So.
But she has like a little bottle, and if the bottle falls or whatever, and I remember them saying about, we'll either put a thing in your nose or some or some powder.
Powder was.
And I'm like, powder that gets wet. I was like, okay, great. In a 3-hour Dougcathlon, if I sweat and my nose starts bleeding an hour and a half before,
totally.
I knew. I was like, I am not putting this blood anywhere on me.
She's a hemophiliac.
Yeah, because I was like, I will ruin. Exactly. It was like, she's a bleeder. Then I have to make up a whole story and like. But I knew that I didn't want to have the blood in me or on me before the moment because I could ruin the show, and it was too much pressure, and it also could go wrong really easily. So we had all these options that you'd figure out, and so
I think Erica does a great job of distracting him too.
Yes, which is part of the choreography. Yes,
screaming things and just like gets him excited.
He was so hyped for
He was so
hyped.
He was so hyped.
Yes, well, and
then when it turns serious, he's not hyped, and it's great.
Yes. Well, and you don't hear this, or I don't hear this until I watch the show. That on the way over, Steve is like, let her in, and Anthony's like, put her on her ass, like he's like already
he's
like
pumped for it.
She said, whatever. So
he becomes
and it's partly he doesn't like you.
Yes, he's like, put her on her ass. This is the perfect moment to clock her in a game setting, and feel like So when it turns. I remember just at the end, he's like, this has been a day. You're just like, oh my God. But we get whisked away and we're all high-fiving that it worked. And I could hear, even though I physically can't, but like metaphorically, that in the, video village, that they're all just screaming with delight that it all worked. And it's such a group effort for that to make it happen.
Yeah.
The hypnotist.
What's something dangerous you've always wanted to try, but never have? Tell the truth now.
I want to go to one of those Russian roulette sex clubs.
Porcupine.
That's all you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me about the hypnotist of it all.
Another instance where this shit could all end right here, because what if he doesn't believe this is real? And we're now.
Because I feel like of a lot of the things, that's one of those things where it's like, is this fucking for real?
Yes.
Right.
He was a real hypnotist.
And you could get really hypnotized and then like be like, I'm on a show or something.
That was a concern. Like most of us who were up there getting hypnotized, we were repeating in our heads like, don't get hypnotized. Don't get hypnotized.
Right.
Just in case so reveal a deep secret. You've never told anyone this is all a show. There's cameras here.
Oh my God.
But like when we
funny.
decided that's how we were gonna do this reveal that Triukus is liars and duplicitous, like it's like, man, we're asking him to believe like a confession under hypnosis. This seems real risky.
Yeah.
So for the whole show leading up to that point, I committed to being hypnotized harder than any improv show, any live show I've ever done, because it had to look like fully believable,
Yeah.
So
did you go watch it? Did you go see Hypnotist before?
Just what we'd seen like of this guy's show, like the kind of prompts he does, and then like other examples of, these group hypnotist stuff. And most of us were like, this just, I don't believe it. I don't believe people really, I think you just kind of go with the peer pressure.
Sure.
But and we had a reversal with him, right?
We did have a rehearsal.
Our AD Jono claimed he was hypnotized in the rehearsal. So
I feel like
expectations. We were like, wait, we need Kula to not be hypnotized.
Right.
That was a little scary.
And Jim.
They had like a number of our crew, stand in for the audience who were going to get hypnotized. And our overworked, probably sleep-deprived AD did go under.
He's like, and sleep, right? He's like out.
Hey.
Jono? I've never felt so.
Someone tells you to sleep, he's like, thank you.
So he was like, shit, I guess one could get really put under. So,
and then you just committed to it and just delivered everything.
We had to go through like his whole, whatever 45-minute show that he does to make it seem believable. So many prompts, so much mime work, now you're playing an instrument, now you're hot, now you're cold, like so stupid, but like had to commit fully to it, and then got to do my Elizabeth impression.
I'm so very excited to have this opportunity to be with you all here tonight.
What's he doing?
Tell us what makes you so powerful.
I can say whatever I need to say to get the job done.
Thank God he did take it at face value, because there was like a major turn in the story.
So fun.
Another example where we got in our car. Actually, if I can back up, when I get off stage and they're fucking laying into me,
and he
you're
can
an
hear it, right?
embarrassment. You're does your wife know about that? And it went on way longer.
Too long, because he can hear it.
Jake was in our ear like, more, Rachel,
right.
more.
Right.
And poor Anthony was like right in earshot. He took it all in and then felt bad for
you.
Right.
Yeah. He was telling, after we'd left, he was telling all of them, he was under hypnosis. He didn't have, it was an affair. He didn't know what he was doing. They were way too hard.
Yeah. He's like, that guy's going to be gone by tomorrow. I feel bad for him.
Right.
I feel bad for him.
Right.
Was there ever a moment where you thought, from either the writing perspective or being in it as an actor, where you thought, oh, we fucked it all up? Or he has to know this now?
I mean, I do think at the hypnotist show, when stuff goes on a long time, I thought that we pushed it. Like with Jimmy's whole hypnotist show story, I was like, we are pushing it. But then he loves Jimmy, and Jimmy, that's what Jimmy would say. And I don't know. Sometimes that night, I think we're like, do we need to clock it back?
That was one of the many instances where he was like, man, I just feel like I'm in a TV show.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that it was a reality show based around him, but that the stuff happening, he was feeling the push and pull of being in a story.
Right.
And now there was a major development of what I know isn't true and what are we going to do about this? He was in that, second act where things start to change and just didn't know it. So he was in a TV show.
Yeah.
And had the natural reaction.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
Yeah. Like where he's pulled back to see them kissing, everything you see is planted and planned and revealed. And I just want to go back real quick and say, when Chris is on stage doing the hypnotist stuff, here you see this writer who's now acting in a show with decades of improv experience. That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
People don't realize the trajectory of a career that gets to that moment that no, truly, that's you it's
He
just
can't
awesome.
break at all.
Yeah.
There has to be fully believable that he's hypnotized. Then he has to come out of it, recognize there's so many beats to that, recognize what he's done.
Yes.
Be afraid of his boss's reaction to that, then be laid into by us. But knowing he's watched by Anthony, the whole thing is
knowing we're all
a lot of work. So
where I almost did break was on our walk out after all that had happened. And Emily goes, "You did good job." It almost got me.
You did good job.
Oh my God.
Just.
Well, I think there's a couple points. One, I think it's important for people to know that the actors that are on the show, they're all actors.
Yes.
They're all SAG actors that really know craft.
Yes.
Even if it's improvisation and it's all written, and there's so much written. And so again, not to just keep going towards the Impractical Jokers, but that's a show where it's sketchy and you know what I mean? It's ha in the moment, but there's such a commitment to the work. And it's really impressive of what you did and what all the actors did.
Oh, yeah. They did so much homework for them. We didn't write Elizabeth's speeches. That was Wendy doing the research of you contacted friends in that world, right?
Yeah. I mean, I remember the producers had said, can you come in and do a 20-minute speech on private equity? And it's not, we don't have time. We don't have time. Yeah, I was like, absolutely, of course. We don't have time in the show to show a 20-minute speech, but it has to be inspiring. It has to be motivational. It has to be all the things. And yeah, I think it required. When I look back on my whole career, it required all the things: improv, stand-up, live theater, TV and film, all these years, all of that to be able to walk in and own this space, at this age, in that role, in this environment. I think all of us had to collectively take everything we've had, and it required all of it, and it was collaborative, but it also really, you look back and go, all of it led to this moment. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
Everything got cut down. Like she
Yeah.
did that so many times. Like she gave so many longer speech that it's just living in that. And Chris even had to, Kula had to apologize after his incident. That got cut for time. A lot was cut for time. But
Like
yeah.
a second mountain. I have a whole second mountain speech
Yeah.
that then Graham Gertz takes, and then we talk about later. But we got it. Graham Gertz delivered it. But it's you're planting those seeds for Anthony, whether it makes it in the show or not. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it has to be
it's fun.
believable.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you? What about we fucked it all up?
At the end, which the part of the show that's pretty much exactly as scripted is 10 or 8 is is 7. Sorry, the finale. I keep forgetting that there's obviously the finale is not the ultimate.
I understand what you
episode.
mean.
So the finale of the race to the signing is.
Yes.
To Anthony King's credit, this such a specific sequence of things has to happen. And when we had any wind that there was an issue with the notary, it was so scary.
Yes.
Not that was like anyone blowing it. It was just like, okay, if coming from the room, if the locksmith and the notary and all of these Claire's allergic reaction don't all go exactly as planned, we don't get to this big moment.
Right.
And I think that day was nerve-wracking
Oh,
for all of
Super
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Adam is also just, I just want to say, one of the funniest people I've ever met.
He's the notary.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the notary is so like. I mean, I know that there was the chaos around it, but he's so
It's
funny.
not his fault. It wasn't his fault.
He's so
Fabulous.
funny.
So
Like,
I've worked with him
of course
before.
The
He's
notary
like-
would fuck the whole thing.
Of course. It's apropos of the character.
Right.
He's so funny, and you've worked with him.
Yeah. Plus, you know, I work with him and he came in. I know what it's like to come in and be like the guest star or whatever. And I'm like, dude, here's what's up. And here's how, and
Right,
if you
'cause
need
he
any,
doesn't have the bigger picture, really.
No,
he just kind of
he-
knows what he's
yes.
supposed to do that day.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
was like,
crazy ass too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, here's how this works, whatever they tell you. So then we learn, which I didn't even know later, when Marjorie comes out and was like, no, you're coming with me. And you realize like, oh, the window was left down or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's all yes and. It's all like,
Yes.
absolutely, even though I'm supposed to go do this other thing.
It's
you
a
know?
good point about our guests and not only the speakers, but people that come in, like Chris Rutherford, Nick Rutherford, just for a day. Wow, sorry, my names. What's riding on them? They're not living in this. They don't really understand all there. We're relying on our director to just kind of give them an overview of not only what's happened this week, but today, and then be put into that and not screw it up. It's a lot. It's a lot for our guests.
I think you guys always put things like that grounded him back to the reality of the world.
Yeah.
In the hypnotist situation, it feels like when PJ, when they see Erica and other Anthony kissing, and PJ says, "Bro," like
Right, right.
he is brought
He's reacting.
right back
Yes,
to
yes.
the reality of the. Like, oh, I'm not on TV. This is fucking.
Right, this- yeah.
This is PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk so much about the reality bank. Maybe other people have talked to you about that. Of like, you have to make deposits of believable, boring, banal, everyday stuff during the retreat. So when these big things happen, you're taking a withdrawal out of the reality bank, and you've got to like. You can't do too many withdrawals in a day, or that's when he goes like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" So you got to space them out and like be safe with your money.
Yeah.
But to the point, you did push the.
Yeah.
We pushed it.
You pushed
Like
the
flashlighting,
line.
and we're pushing it
5
every
was
day.
a big withdrawal, but we did the next episode. They're preparing for their talent show. It's a little bit
It's
calmer. We're not pack, and then Sia shows up.
Well, I was going to say
Right.
that the
It's
other
ebb and
thing
flow.
to me was like that Sia was there felt to me like, oh, this could be worries. Like, oh, I'm definitely on a show. Like, here's this massive celebrity singer that's coming to this little retreat.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
But
this is,
What you- yeah.
testament to Triukus, don't you think?
Yeah, and I think what you don't hear, like the audience doesn't hear, is I'm doing a speech about like it's all about access, you guys. We're all
Okay.
about access
Okay.
and ascension. You know, like I had my 3 A's or
Yes.
acquisition,
Oh,
access,
yeah.
and ascension. Right.
That was great.
And so we've taught them it's all about like, and then when Sia comes, you know, it's like one post from Sia, you guys, there's your marketing. Like, you know, it was, but you don't hear
Okay.
that, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is how we're
I buy
selling
it.
it before.
Yeah, I buy it. Yeah.
Which is like, you know.
Didn't we say, in fact, that like Sia was assigned to one of like a label, a subsidiary that we owned or recently acquired?
Yes.
So like there was all kind of groundwork laid for it. It wasn't a big ask to make this happen.
Yeah.
And then she sells it with like,
Right.
they're paying me a fuckload of money.
Yeah, she
yeah.
was amazing. Yeah. But these guys will always like, if I'm ever saying something, they will come up with the most, just like you just said, like the most genius, like keep it going kind of thing that just cements everything. So even if he did think anything, it's like he's heard all this stuff about it, you know? So yeah.
There's sort of like these hurdles, right, of moments where like, okay, so the engagement happens, proposal, whatever, and then is it everything like is it like a big relief that once you get past it, it's like, okay, fuck, well, now we can get to day 2.
Well, the true relief only comes after he's let known how he feels, and that it's like, okay, we pulled that off, and he's okay with it, and he bought it, and he isn't leaving, you know, then you can relax.
Right. And he's now in the hanging out watching Bones with the crew. Like,
Okay.
what is that moment that regrounds it that's not on screen? And yeah, that's part of the stuff that's cut out just because we want to show the exciting parts.
For sure.
Is there's so much just downtime of like it's.
But every day was like, at the end of every day was a grand exhale.
Yes,
I felt like
totally.
We got through that, and like every day was like riding this emotional roller coaster that you're like, okay, and then it was like that every day.
Like where he would be sent on his evening dinner run and leave the premises.
Because we saw that there was a breakfast run that he goes on. There's a dinner run too.
Yeah. He's
so
got to wonder why there's no food here after a while. He never really, I don't know.
So he would go out to pick up dinner with one of the PAs or resort staff.
Yes.
And then that's when production would descend on the yurt, do our quick download of here's what went well, here's what we got to like pull back on. He seemed like he took that. What'd you hear from him saying? Okay, great. And then, oh shit, he's 5 minutes out. Everybody back to the vans. Go.
Oh, that's
and it'd be like 100 people from cast and crew all coming to the yurt. That was like our meeting center, and it was wild.
And that is where you get to hear like, great job. He did like great job on the jousting.
Right,
it worked
right.
great.
Yeah,
Because you won't get that feedback like any other show where it's like, cut, okay, here's what you did.
Yeah,
like,
You only know at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or beginning of the day or end of the day, did that fucking work or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the win, to me, was like, oh, we didn't blow the show. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the win.
We're
Like,
going to be
anything
here
else-
again tomorrow.
Oh, we're coming back. Okay, we didn't blow it,
yeah.
but those meetings were like so special, and then you'd go off and you'd come back again. It's like, oh.
The moment when, going back to the proposal, when Marjorie says,
I'm sure no one would blame you if you wanted to leave too.
that was so ballsy. Now, did you write that or?
Yeah. It was a big like debate because you are offering an escape hatch.
I would have left.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Would
And
you have
that's fair. And
You would
that's
have
fair.
left.
I think I would have too.
You think you would have left?
I think so.
I'm out of here. Like, I'm not doing this.
This is not the job
It's just too much for me now.
Yeah.
I'm not the HR guy.
Yeah.
25
Right,
at a temp.
Right.
This is y'all's problem.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm,
And that's great that you had that thought watching it.
Yeah.
That's great. I
Yeah.
think that it buys people in.
But then Ryan was like, I might have stayed just to see how it all this shit plays out. And I was like, I could be that person too.
yeah.
that's a good point.
And would you leave because you've now seen the whole show, or would you leave at that moment because you're like,
I'm always
that was
looking for an
uncomfortable?
excuse to get out of something. So,
Okay, that was like,
you know what I mean? So as soon as that played out, I would have been like, oh fuck, I think
you're like, this is my out.
Yeah. But I do feel so bad for everybody. So maybe I do stay. I don't know. Yeah.
This again goes to like how good Alexis and Todd were in selecting the hero, knowing like we find a guy who will step up and
stay for the weekend, you know, or whatever the day is. But so when you guys wrote that and then you saw it delivered, that's a big like, whew.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, you mean at the end of that episode?
We have a show.
Yeah. When the proposal happens.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
He's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is when he's in.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
in.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. There was that beat of like, make something up about why which is we wondered what direction he'd go with that. Are you going to cover for? Are you going to make like? And he just so you can see him processing him as he walks back to the group, and it just he was in.
I remember watching that. I didn't know they wrote that in. I didn't know she delivers that. I wasn't there for that scene. I'm watching it. I was like, they did not. They asked him if he could leave. Like I was blown away that they did that.
Day one.
But I realized looking back, you're like, if he leaves on day one, then we know like. He is in at that moment. Then you're like, okay, because he could have left and he didn't. You're like, wow, that was a necessary and brave moment. You know?
I mean, it has to happen because you have to give him the out. You know?
Because then he buys in that he has an out.
Like he
right?
can always leave this thing.
To get all
this
pretentious
retreat.
with it, like it is the hero stepping into the unknown in like a classic hero's journey.
Yeah.
Like he's been put through this little introduction, and now like things are changing. Do you step over that threshold?
Yeah.
And he did.
He
and that's
did.
why he's a hero.
Is there a contingency for the hero, for Anthony figuring it out? You know what I mean? Is there a contingency on one of those things where they're like, he's like, okay, guys, stop. Like, I know what's going on. You know, is there any thought of that?
Not like in a Joe Schmo, now we're going to change things and
No.
it kind of like, I think at that point he's done, and we'd had more heroes selected that we didn't have to use because Anthony was great. But I think that's when you would just move on to the next person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And don't you think, I think also in that moment, we would improv fast and hard to be like, what are you talking about? Like we if that happened, we would there'd be at least an hour of what like
some
or
deep
whatever.
thoughts at
Yeah,
night.
but thankfully,
But
we
if
didn't
he
have
if he stopped everything dead in its tracks, like
boom,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You don't want to be like gaslighting some. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
I think we would all just. I think it would have
Well,
been.
I've given you a contingency for next season.
Joe Schmo did a great job with
I
that.
did think about it on that last day when you were talking about, like, because that was the most stressful of like,
Yeah.
we don't have a show unless it has a satisfying end. So like,
Right.
we've done
It's
so
so
much work.
good.
We're so close. We're so close.
Yeah.
I wondered like if he did for some reason balk at like, what are we doing? We're going up and down. Like,
Right.
I'm supposed to go in and stop. Like, I wondered if it was worth like just like. Just do it. Like somebody just like
Right, at
just
the end,
just
just
go
be
like
like,
you're so
I
close to 150
I
flights.
know.
Right,
Please
dude, just do
I
it.
know.
But didn't have to.
I know. Didn't have to.
have
You're
to.
so right about that. That
Yeah.
was-
And instead, these moments of like watching Anthony and Dougie like run through a puddle down a hill where he's like giving him inspirational advice on how to be. You're like, how do you, what?
Yeah.
You can't script this guy.
The writers do such a good job of like layering little things in that lead to like a bigger thing.
God.
Didn't. It's not like everything does sort of pay off. Like,
Totally.
for example, like the Dorito thing, and then it
Yeah.
goes back to Kevin's storyline. Like all of that is so well crafted and so well written. So I just want to make sure you guys know that too. Yeah.
We had a great group of friends.
Yeah, and a lot of
Like connecting those dots to like, oh, we're gonna go on this mystery to try to find the box of Doritos, which feels so nonsensical.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
then
stupid.
to pay off to like, oh, it's fucking a Kevin thing.
Right.
Yes.
very satisfying that it works because you have these hopes for it, and best case it feels like it's part of a greater plan, and you're like, but we don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
And then luckily Anthony was the perfect guy to connect all those dots.
And engage, like to
Yeah.
find someone that, to your point about Alexis, is being able to find great heroes, is their ability to not, when confronted with a problem, or even Marjorie saying, do you want to, like, they don't sink into themselves and like withdraw. It's like, not that there's a right answer, not that someone that would leave the show is withdrawing, but in any situation, I guess they literally are, but in any situation where they're confronted, do they engage and try to insert themselves or help or participate, or do they? And I think it's interesting. That's a real talent of finding a hero that will do that.
And he
Anthony
rose to
does
the
that.
occasion.
Yeah.
Like he stepped up and up and up. But to your point of, and I think people think, oh, it's an improv show. It's like, it's a scripted comedy.
That's what I'm trying to get across with this episode in a way, because I think you guys are also heroes. Like the work that you all did, from the writing, the crafting of the story to the performances, like it's all really important to know that there's work happening here. Not to say that in practice the other show is not work, because it is work in a different way, but that there is a thought and a craft to all of this that's really beautiful.
Thank you for
thank you.
Yeah.
It's a really special crew too.
Yeah.
It's just like the best. We had the best time. I feel like we were on summer camp sometimes.
It was.
so
Definitely bonded for life.
It was
wonderful.
It was like no other job you'll ever do, like especially as an actor. But I think the creative bonds and how everything was meticulously written and planned and then rehearsed, and there was so much care and love taking care of us on this journey, which we had no idea what we were doing. To come into it, to be ready, it's like it was a magical experience,
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say is there's been this whole thing of like, did Anthony know? And I just don't think that's plausible. How could he know?
No.
My thing is, if we all met somewhere, you know what I mean, at some, even, down the street at the pizza place, You know, like I would just think that that's the reality of what I'm in.
Yeah.
Why would I
Yes.
ever think for
Yes.
a minute that I'm being filmed in a television show?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so far fetched. Even if you've seen Jury Duty,
Yes.
Right. Which he hadn't.
it's not
he wasn't,
a fucking jury. It's like you know we're I'm a temp that's gotten this job. Like who gives? Like I know there's a documentary crew, but who would care about this?
Wasn't it Nick whose line is like, it takes a true narcissist to believe that this world is revolving around them.
Yeah.
Which is when earlier I said that I thought I was on
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, for a regular person to make that leap of like, okay, I know what's happening here. I'm the star of a TV show. That's crazy.
It's just impossible. No, it's just not plausible, I think. Yeah.
I think also because he's 25 coming in as a temp. If you think back to like if you were coming in as a temp and maybe you want a full-time job, you're gonna be your best self and try to get to know everyone, even if they're a little off, and you're there to work and be great. And that and then on top of that, who he is, you know.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was when the show started releasing and they did like the first 3 and then the next 2 and a week later.
Yeah.
And I'd see comments on Reddit of like, this guy knows. He's too charismatic. He's too in on it. Like,
No.
He definitely knows. And I was just like, all right, keep watching.
Keep watching. And the other thing is like they're pulling at the beginning. It's like they're pulling Jackie for an interview, PJ for an interview, Claire, and then it's like, oh, Anthony, did you want to come over? You can get this too. It's like you're not seeing everything.
Yeah,
like,
oh, that's
how they
important
build
to know.
it.
It's
Yeah,
really important to understand that like he is not. It's not the lived experience is not.
It
what you're
feels like
seeing.
he's the star of the show
Because he
but
is the
but
right.
he's not presented that
No.
way when
In
it's
editing, he is.
when it's
100%.
when it's being filmed.
Because we can't
Right.
show you every single
Yes.
time the documentary producers pull each character to. So in his lived experience, though, that is the reality.
Yes.
That he's
Even
just
when they set up for their first like group interview, you know, those seats where they're like 3 rows and he's like front and center. He wasn't there originally. It was the producers being like, actually, okay, yeah, can we just move things around just to like balance it out a little bit more? And why don't Anthony, why don't you go here? And then Dougie come here. And then like just by happenstance, he ends up there. And he even commented like, wow, front and center. And like him and Dougie gave a little fist bump, but he didn't take it as like, we didn't position him that way.
Right. It wasn't like start there,
exactly.
right?
Totally. There's so much work.
Also, what people don't see is some of the episodes you see took place over 2 days. So, like at night, there'd be like a sound bath or like something else to like relaxing, and then what you edit is like a full day, but it would take time. So there was like this breathing life where they're swimming or relaxing or whatever. There's a little more, reality banking. You know?
And the thing for me is like, as a documentary person that I am, like I would totally believe that this company would get a documentary about them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you've seen all these characters and people, of course they want to film these people because they're crazy.
Plus,
Documentary makers got a good one.
The HR guy is fucking nuts.
Right.
You know?
And Dougie's Doug's retiring. So it's like,
it makes
even
sense.
That,
like
the
that's
whole
totally
crafting.
plausible.
We told them like there were like 4 different companies that were all being filmed for this documentary. So we'd done our legwork on who these documentaries were and what kind of stuff. It was just one of several companies.
Yeah, and Jake made a good point. Like, you know, Anthony only knows, you know, there's these 2 producers that are shooting this documentary. There's 2 cameras in his
mind. There's only 2 cameras.
Yeah. Yes.
There's 2 documentary camera people that are.
There's a producer that's asking him questions, and then 2 cameras. Yep,
and that's it. That's all. And he knows they're following us all around or whatever. You know,
and he doesn't think that he's being, you know, all the time. So he
didn't know about the 46 other cameras.
Yeah, the impressive thing is it looks so good because the crew is like hiding in different little nooks and crannies and shit.
It's cinematic, you know. It looks so. I mean, that's a testament to our DP and the shots. And there's guys in carts like focus. I mean, the camera work on this is.
But
like
are the
a
2
movie.
cameras from the documentary crew also cameras?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get like inside the world.
Like the Steadicam rig.
Yeah.
They looked legit.
It looked pretty bare bones. Like you're just, you know, not anywhere near what Chris Darnell has rigged up behind the scenes. So yeah.
But a lot of times they'll come over and interview us. So he sees them doing work that you might not see in the final edit, but like, he is filming everyone and asking questions.
And also, I think like he's in something that's happening over here, but if he looks over there, you 3 are talking about shit that's what you would talk about in character.
Yes.
So how would he ever think for a moment that like, they're talking about the show? Like,
no.
Like,
I mean, in the Dougcathlon, and we had so much fun, you don't see a lot of it. If he'd just walk by, I'd be like, reservations at Nobu, right? Like we were always like, did you get first class?
Yeah.
She's like, I got your Pilates. Like she would always like.
We had a schedule. We knew her schedule, where we were eating.
Yeah, we would always we would plant that. Like anytime, not overly done, but in a way where he could overhear the first class life we were living, you know. And that
Who
was
named
like,
Triukus?
We did in the room because
is so-
originally it was going to be a European company, and eventually it changed. Like, oh, we'll make it American private equity. But when it was the European version, we were like, I think the last season of Succession had been on, and there was a Swedish company. We're like, well, we don't want to do Swedish, and German feels too. So like, what's a random like? How about Lithuania? Let's say they're from Lithuania, and we looked up how do you say trick in Lithuanian. And it is Triukus.
I love it.
So it's hidden in plain sight. And then somebody on Reddit was like, I'm Lithuanian. Triukus translates to trick, so I don't think these people are on the level.
oh my God, that's how someone
so
like, and luckily
funny.
the hero wasn't Lithuanian.
Was that in real?
Right?
That was in real
It was in
time.
real-
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Wow.
You know, I remember actually the breakdown. The character's original name for my character was Anya. So it was like,
yes,
maybe
when
she
it was going to be a Swiss company, Lee and Jean were going to be these like large Swiss men that were like
More
very
like bodyguards and like
oh my God.
type
aviator
of.
glasses.
Can
tight
I just
suits.
say, I think you do such an amazing job being a minion, and being like.
Jeez.
I totally
I love this girl.
buy that. You know that you're working for her and doing doing all the things.
Because I've been an assistant for 10 years. so I am that. That's why.
You've
so,
had
yeah.
requests made of you.
Yeah. So, no, and it was just fun to play with everything that every boss
I
has
think
said
you're
to me.
part of the reason that sells it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
sorry.
I think you're throwing that way.
You want to try another time?
You want to
Okay.
throw
I'm
that
sorry.
way. Okay,
Sorry.
sorry. I
Sorry
couldn't
about
hear. Oh, that's all right.
Sorry. I'm sorry about that.
That's
Sorry.
We
So
liked having
subservient.
a different energy between us to almost there was almost supposed to be like after his grave mistake on a power struggle between us that was just at the a ripple at the you could feel, but
My favorite thing that we decided between us was Lee never smiles. Jean does smile, but it's fake as shit.
I know everything's so fake.
Okay. I have to say, there's so many times that she will improv and add something, like even like the.
Can you get my hand, the back of my hands too? It shows.
Absolutely. The back of your hands is the first signs of aging.
That I am
Such a
dying
sycophant.
inside because she's so brilliant and she's always adding on the brilliant improv and she has sold it, the dynamic, and I'm always high-fiving her later. I'm like, girl, you're
It was
so
a
good.
really fun dynamic we got to have.
fun.
As
And it's
these,
almost
like-
separate from everything else in some ways.
It's
you
very
know?
separate.
And the only person that kind of enters that with us as a group for a little bit is Dougie, because he's so sidelined because he has this phase in the season where he gets pushed out. We end up he is annoying you and I the whole time and just kind of always messing around with us, and that was a lot of fun that we didn't get to show. But yeah,
But the bond between us was really helpful, like for me too, because I felt like Triukus comes in as the fish out of water. We're the snob to the slob, as they talk about the dynamic of like that kind of David versus Goliath, and coming in, we're not as bonded with this bond of rocking grandmas, and so I sort of just used that to play Elizabeth, but the like Midwesterner in me is like, I want to be friends with everyone, So it was like a little, but I was like so glad I had these, that we were like our three trifecta. I don't want to say threesome, but threesome.
it's a menage a trois.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, but I feel like we'll all be a family forever. The jury duty people, like we had a party with Jury Duty 1, and we've gotten to know them and stuff. So we'll
we're
always,
part of a fraternity now.
Yeah.
But boy, do I feel so lucky to have been on this season with these people. And
Absolutely.
I'm thankful for season 1, but I'm just so grateful.
That's what I say.
was
Yeah, just
awesome.
like immensely grateful to have been part of this like experience that was so singular, so
Singular.
special.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of 3 is that it'll be their own.
Yeah.
They get their own chapter, and it'll be singular for them. And
But we'll still come to the premiere party.
We'll
and
be
get
there.
it.
We'll be there. And I think there's a specialness when you do it that this is it. You're doing this once, right? This is it. There's no like 10 seasons of this.
Although
for
I could
us,
see them bringing someone back just to test the.
I mean, that would be a test, right?
Just to test
You'd
it
have,
and see.
I
Like,
think if we came back, we'd have to be as Triukas, or so, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they've had Lisa Gilroy in both seasons.
Oh,
like,
that's
I feel
right,
Like you
that's
gotta
right.
do.
you
Rule
gotta
of Three.
sneak a couple of
Yes.
people.
Oh, that'd be
in.
fun.
Yeah.
yeah, a couple.
Yeah. All right, this has been great, guys. Thank you
Oh my
so
God,
much.
thank
for joining
you.
us.
You're amazing.
Thank you. No,
For
you guys are
watching and
amazing.
For,
Oh my
like,
God.
such
Yeah.
eloquent questions.
Yes.
Thoughtful. Yeah.
And no cards. I was like, where's what? Like,
No, I just love the show.
Oh my God. No, that's incredible.
That's awesome, dude.
Do you watch a lot of alt stuff, like with real people? And
I do love that. I'm getting more into it now. Yeah.
While Company Retreat in this format of show is literally my shit, I will always tell people how good it makes you feel in the end. By nature, I'm a curious person, and the more I talk to the people behind Company Retreat, the more I realize the secret ingredient isn't just the jokes. It's the people telling them, because the writers and actors are empathetic, thoughtful, and truly tuned into the stuff that makes being human interesting and fun. Actually, though, the truth is, all of them are really fucking funny.
Where we are, who can name where we are? Anyone?
At dinner.
Brunch, but you know, close. So good.
I'm obsessed with the ceiling.
Can you do a photo here? I don't know if you like.